Hey everyone, Coach Sam here, and we're going to go over some ankle mobility drills for today. I want to make sure that you understand what mobility is first. So it's not like deep stretching, like you're going to feel like you get more bendy. What the mobility that we're going to focus on is achieving newer ranges of motion in your joints. So you kind of have a prefixed range of motion that you have with every single one of your joints, and sometimes we get kind of stuck. And mobility is designed to increase those ranges of motion by a little bit every single time so that you can start to move with some freedom and less discomfort or pain. Now, on a daily thing, maybe you have some shin splints or maybe you have some hip or lower back discomfort that can stem from your ankles. But if we're thinking about athletically, having more mobile ankles is going to help you squat better, move better, run better. So it's just an important drill to do. Now, a couple of things I want to go over to make sure you understand before we start is we never want to go into pain. So if 1 to 10 is a scale, 10 being the worst thing we ever felt, we really don't want to go over like a 5. 3, 4, 5 is where we want to be when we're doing those mobility drills. You can feel something, it doesn't hurt, but you're feeling like you're getting some benefit from it. And if you feel any lightning bolts, numbness, tingling, anything like that, it's probably a sign to stop because we're trying to work over our nerve, which we really can't do. We might need to find an alternative. So some of the things I'm going to show you, I'm going to start with the regression and then we're going to go into the progression. You might be able to do more than you think, but an important thing to do is to just kind of relax, breathe out essentially the whole time, and never go into this clenchy state where you're trying to defend yourself. Okay? So I'm actually going to bring the camera down here and we're going to start off with a kneeling position where we're going to end up on our shins here. Okay? Now, this might be difficult to start off with, so you might need to be here to begin. Now, you can see there's not a lot of light between my shin and the ground, and that's good. If you're here, that means you need to work here, and just try to work on extending that ankle a little bit. And try to close the distance between the ground and your shin. You see how all I'm really doing is extending my ankle more? Now, a lot of you are going to be able to start off more advanced than this, but if you're here, that is fine, okay? And then we're just going to start off with like a little windshield wiper. And that might be all that you have. So if this is where you're at, where you can't really put some weight on your shin, okay, I'll try it like this. I can't put weight on my shin. I have to be here. You're just going to rotate from side to side here like that. And that's all you're going to do. But if you can get down here, you're going to drop that hip bone to the inside of your ankle and you're just going to kind of wipe down and then go back. So use your hip bone to rotate your ankle. Kind of rolling over the top, bringing the heel down. Roll over the top, bring the heel down. Notice how there's not a lot of light between my ankle, my shin, and the ground. I'm just going to do 10 rotations here. Good. And then I'm going to switch sides. So I'm going to drop my hip bone to the inside of my heel and just kind of rotate that heel down to the ground. Big exhale, rotating down. Notice how the heel almost gets all the way down to the ground. Breathing out. Rolling over the top. Just about 10 reps. Okay. So then I'll go back to my first foot. Now I'm not going to forget what I just did. I'm just going to roll over the top there. But then I'm going to come over this way and drop my heel down all the way. Extend over the top. Roll it back over. Extend over the top. Roll it back over. You might even hear those snack, crackle, pops. That's actually a good thing. You're getting some new ranges of motion. Breathe out. Let's switch sides. Here. Rolling over. Rolling over. Big exhale. Okay. And then let's go back to that front side. Now we have 2 moves that we've done. We've rolled it over. We've dropped it down, and now we're going to bring it into a squat position. And then windshield wipe our shin down, kind of point our foot, roll over the top, get that hip bone, get back to the center, point my foot, roll over. Drop, exhale, rotate, drop, rotate out. Here I'm getting a little hip mobility too, which will feel nice. All right, I'm going to switch sides. Roll over the top, come back. Drop, kind of point the foot, roll it over the top. Now when you're bringing your heel down here, you're going to kind of pull your toes towards your shin so you can get to that flat foot position. And then when you go back, you're going to kind of point your toes. All right. So I did a few of those. Now let me bring it back to the standing position here. And now we're going to go into some standing drills. So I'm just going to kind of roll over the top of my foot here. So I'm almost thinking about, can I stack my toes? I'm just going to put a little bit of weight. And I feel a nice little lateral stretch there. Maybe I hang out here for about 20 seconds. Then I'm going to exhale. I'm going to roll over the top there. I'll find where I have the most strict tension. And I want to kind of shave some of that off. So for here, it's a little bit further back towards my heel. I'm just going to kind of roll over the top. If I can get my toes essentially stacked to one line, I'm probably doing pretty good. Next one is going to be over the top. So I'm just going to kind of roll over the top of my foot as if like I have my shoelaces on the ground. And see how I'm just kind of rotating the heel around here, pressing down. And I'll feel a big stretch, maybe even in my shins. Big exhale, other foot. Do it for about 20 seconds. Just kind of rolling over the top. I'm not putting a ton of my body weight on my foot. I'm basically, most of my weight's in this front foot. I even have my hand on the wall here. I'm just kind of rolling it over for about 20 seconds. When I feel the big stretch, I'm going to linger in that stretch a little longer. And then I'm going to stretch out my calves a little bit here, the back of my feet, the back of my legs, just pushing back. Feel that stretch in the calves. And I'll do that. And now I'm going to go on my toes. Just going all the way up on my tippy toes. Big drive up. Big drive up. Here I'm kind of spreading my toes a little bit here too. Good. And now I feel a little bit more mobilized in my ankles. Remember, you're not going to have a profound change immediately. This is a longer game. You're going to have to do these drills multiple times. You don't need to spend a ton of time on it. You can spend about 5 minutes, but the more that you do it, the more benefit that you'll get. So do this before you warm up, or do this as a warm up before you start doing some of your exercise. Do this as a way to cool down. Do this before you know you're going to be on your feet for a long while, or after you've been on your feet for a long while. So essentially you can do it all the time. It's going to help you no matter what. Get some practice in, never go into pain, and you'll start feeling better immediately.